The Caribbean Sea has become the center of a tense standoff between the United States and Venezuela. Venezuelan military jets recently buzzed a U.S. naval vessel off South America, prompting accusations of deliberate provocation from Washington. The incident followed a U.S. strike on a Venezuelan vessel allegedly carrying drugs, which killed 11 people and escalated tensions. The U.S. calls it a law enforcement action. Venezuela sees it as an act of aggression near its territory. Caracas claims its flyovers were routine surveillance, defending its sovereignty against a foreign military presence. Both sides insist their actions are defensive, but mutual mistrust has turned a local incident into a major diplomatic crisis. With each nation viewing the other as the aggressor, the risk of miscalculation and escalation grows by the day. In response, President Trump issued a blunt warning: any Venezuelan jets flying dangerously close to U.S. ships would be shot down. He authorized military commanders to act immediately, signaling a shift from diplomacy to the threat of force. Trump framed the move as protecting American lives and interests, leaving no room for ambiguity. Meanwhile, President Maduro publicly called for dialogue, urging de-escalation and mutual respect. He denied U.S. allegations and accused Washington of manufacturing a crisis to justify regime change. Maduro's plea for talks is met with skepticism in the U.S., where officials see it as a stalling tactic. The gap between the two leaders' positions only deepens mistrust. Genuine dialogue seems increasingly unlikely as both sides dig in. The war of words is matched by a surge in U.S. military power in the Caribbean. The Pentagon has deployed more warships and sent a squadron of F-35 fighter jets to Puerto Rico, along with thousands of Marines and sailors. Officially, the buildup targets drug trafficking routes, but the show of force is unmistakable. Washington says it's about stopping narcotics. Caracas sees it as preparation for invasion. The scale and sophistication of U.S. forces alarm Venezuela, which remains on high alert. The risk a single misstep could trigger a clash neither side wants. The region is now a flashpoint, with military assets poised for rapid escalation. The line between counter-narcotics and confrontation has never been thinner. Central to the U.S. case is the claim that Venezuela is a narco-state, profiting from the drug trade. The Trump administration accuses the Venezuelan government and the Tren de Aragua gang of trafficking drugs and terror across Latin America. By labeling Tren de Aragua a terrorist group, the U.S. expands its legal reach for military and economic action. The Justice Department has charged President Maduro and top officials with narco-terrorism and corruption. Trump has even raised the reward for Maduro's arrest to $50 million, branding him a top global trafficker. For Washington, these charges justify sanctions and military deployments. Maduro rejects the accusations as a pretext for U.S. intervention and a grab for Venezuela's oil. The U.S. sees a criminal regime, Maduro sees a campaign to delegitimize his government. This fundamental divide fuels the ongoing crisis. The future is dangerously uncertain. A direct military clash is possible if either side crosses the red lines now in place. Even a limited conflict could devastate Venezuela and destabilize the region. Alternatively, a prolonged standoff could deepen economic hardship and push Venezuela closer to U.S. adversaries like Russia and China. In the U.S., public opinion is split between supporting tough action and fearing another foreign entanglement. In Venezuela, years of crisis have bred both desperation for change and fear of invasion. Nationalism could rally even Maduro's critics if the U.S. attacks. With both leaders unwilling to back down, the odds of a diplomatic breakthrough are slim. The world watches, hoping for restraint. For now, the Caribbean remains on a knife's edge, with the threat of conflict looming large.